This is a video response to Minister Mishkin, who has hit 200 subs. Congrats to him. He's holding a little contest. If you're into video games at all, check out his channel. You know, retro gaming and stuff is big on YouTube. So, what's one more guy doing his stuff? He's got a decent collection. And so, yeah, if you're into that kind of stuff, check out his channel. I'll put the link in the doobly-doo. But he wanted, he had a sort of like a tag question that he wanted answered in his thing, and the question is, what is your biggest video gaming disappointment? And for me, that would have to go to the PC game Star Wars Galaxies. Now, I'm not one of those guys who was disappointed by the fact that it was more of an RPG, like a traditional RPG where you actually had to role play your character. I was interested in that. I wish the world had been more customizable, being that role playing is very, short of walking around and just being a giant chat room with 3D graphics, which is essentially what it was, with a few little stupid missions going on. There wasn't much to it. The problems really started to get bad when they started trying to cater to the power gamers, the guys out there who are into their first person shooters and their games where there's an actual mission, a goal to be set, and that's not what Star Wars Galaxies was supposed to be. And they started catering to them, and then eventually everybody became a Jedi. And as far as I know, in Star Wars, everybody can't be a Jedi, but in Galaxies, basically that's what it ended up being. There were Jedi everywhere, and you couldn't really role play properly in a Star Wars universe with what they had built. So because they didn't, I don't know what the problems were. The game didn't work as a role-playing game, and it certainly didn't work as a normal MMORPG with quests and stuff like that. So it was a big disappointment. Now, the expansion, the Lightspeed expansion, that was cool, flying around in space, but again, it was fun, and it had a little bit of, first-person space shooter type thing and a flight simulator, but outside of that, it's like, yeah, it'd be great. Now I'm going to just roleplay my guy, and he's flying around for days and days and days in a TIE fighter or whatever you had, shooting stuff. Anyways, that was my biggest disappointment in terms of video games. I was so looking forward to it. Had a lot of friends. We all, got into the game. I think I may have been one of the last ones to leave. And that was only because I had made a lot of good friends on there, and was learning German. I ended up on the German server, so there was a lot of Germans on there. So I was learning German. I was the leader of a band. I owned a club bar in the city, and I was also the mayor of the city as well. So I kind of had responsibilities, but I just couldn't stick with it anymore. I couldn't justify paying any more money or anything like that towards the game, and it just ended up not being very fun. So yeah, that would be my biggest disappointment. So like I said, congrats to Mr. Mishkin. Check out his channel, link in the doobly-doo. And, yeah, till next time, this is Rob from Mordaka 101.